Okay, so that's it for the first section here. We talked about the layout and understanding all the different parts of what we see in Camtasia. We saw the tools panel in the upper left along with the menu. We understand how to expand and collapse those tools, as well as use the keyboard shortcuts to find the exact tool we need. We then looked at the canvas section. That canvas section on the right, we can detach it, we can zoom in, we can zoom out using Control, plus and minus. We also saw that detaching it, if we have a second monitor, maybe I have Camtasia here and I want to have the canvas over here, I can do that, detach the canvas, put that canvas over here on a separate monitor if needed. We saw how to change the color of that background if you wanted it to be black or white or any other color. And then we talked about the most important part of the canvas, and that is setting the right dimensions. So you want to set the dimensions to your project as the first thing before you do any editing, any type of changes or manipulation of your video. Stop, set the project to make sure it has the right dimensions. And you want those dimensions to be the dimensions that you want to produce. So in other words, if you know your final video will be 1280 by 720, then set your project to work at 1280 by 720. If you know your final video will be full HD, so it'll be 1920 by 1080, then set the canvas to be 1920 by 1080. We then looked at the snap lines and saw that those yellow snap lines will guide us to make sure things are perfectly aligned, that we're not going slightly above or slightly below where we thought we were. Maybe we thought it was right aligned, but just maybe a few pixels above or below. That won't happen if we have snap enabled. So with those yellow snap lines, we can turn them on or off. If you do want to have it slightly off, that's okay. That's up to you. As a creative, you can do whatever you'd like with your videos. But for me, my preference is to have things aligned vertically, horizontally, as well as centered. And then lastly, we looked at the timeline. We saw the numbers along the top. We saw the different tracks that are there. We saw how we can zoom in and out of those by using Control-Shift plus, Control-Shift minus to zoom in and out of the tracks. So we can go in and out of time. Then we also saw that we can use Alt plus and minus to change those track heights.